This is going to be a video product review of the Tascam DR-05X, a stereo, handheld digital recorder, and USB audio interface. So what is this? This is a digital recorder, a digital audio recorder. Why did I buy this? Why? Well, let me see. What else does it say? It uses 2 AA batteries, I believe. It used to use AAA batteries in the older model. People were not really happy with AAA batteries, so they switched it over. Why did I get it? Stereo handheld. Do I need stereo? Right now I'm recording on my, you're going to hear the difference. I'm recording on the camcorder, and the audio on this thing is just a nightmare. My older recorder, really good audio, not as good a camera. This one, a much better camera, terrible audio. So what did I do? I looked, and I bought this thing, I don't know, like what, 15 years ago? I've never used it. I took it out and I went, the audio's pretty darn good, but it's an old one. So I just went out and I bought this. I hope this was, yeah, and I hope it's new. So I like to talk a lot in my videos, you're going to notice that, and I'm going to test this thing out right now. It's got a humongous instruction book and some heavy-duty AA's, and I'm not going to go through all the menus. I'm definitely not going to go through all the menus. I've got about another 8 days to decide if I want to keep this thing, and so I'm going to do a video review on it and make a bit. Wow, this thing's much bigger than I thought. Okay, so that's all that comes with it: a massive instruction book, 2 AA batteries, and the unit. They did say that it was pretty big. And this is my old unit. I'm not trying to, I don't even know if, I don't think you can buy this thing anymore. Look at the difference. This was like 10, 15 years ago. So thing's definitely beefier. It is humongous. Does it have a, and so I bought it because the camera audio is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. As you're gonna notice, hopefully when I record and play this, what do we have on here? We've got, this was the thing that I wasn't really sure about. The biggest complaint about this thing was that people said that it felt cheap. I wouldn't say that it feels cheap. I would say that it feels like there's next to nothing in here. This thing weighs hardly anything. So I don't know why it's so big, unless it's got a big circuit board. I really don't know why it's so big. This is very light, so that's probably why they're saying it feels cheap. You have any connectors on here? Something on the bottom, I don't know what that is. We have a whole button, we have a line out button, and I think there's another one. There's a USB that's probably to charge it and probably to transfer your files, micro, so you can put in a micro SD if you need to. If you're going to be recording that much, good for you. I don't know who would need to record that much. So this thing over here, this is your, well, come on, the tripod mount. And the biggest complaint online, people were saying, why didn't you just put a metal insert in there? And I agree. Why? It's plastic, and you're paying 90 bucks. It would cost them like a fraction of a cent to put a little metal insert into here to turn this into a nice pod. Okay, so what else is there? So that's line out. The line out is mainly, you can line out or you can plug in headphones and do some adjustments so you can hear your audio. And hold, I believe the hold, I could be wrong, but I believe on here they used to have a setting for hold on the old one, and now hold, it just, you press it, and that way, if you press any of these buttons, it's not gonna mess anything up. Supposedly, I don't know. So we're gonna test that out without really testing it out. Let me go pop in the batteries, and I'm gonna mess with this thing a little bit, and we'll see what happens. If you like my video, please do a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Comments are important. I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the video description, like all of us YouTube people do. If you click on it before you order this or any of your products from Amazon, it will help me out a lot. So let me power down. I'm going to put in some batteries. I'm going to turn this on, and we'll do some testing. Instead of doing an unboxing, I am going to do a battery inserting. What else do I want to say to make this video really long? Check out my channel. I did some videos where I bought some, what did I buy? I bought some external mics, a Rode mic and something else, and I tried it out, plugging it into the camera, and it was terrible. It was just absolutely a nightmare of, no matter what setting I set it at, the external mics were really bad. This is a Panasonic, it's got a good preamp in it, but the audio with the external mics was a nightmare. I was thinking of doing a lavalier mic or a lavalier, whatever you call the thing. A lot of my videos, I go down to a construction site and I record, or I watch airplanes take off, and I like to narrate what I'm doing, so I'm standing behind the camera. The mic is in front of the camera. I'm standing behind. As I said, with my old camera, it was able to pick up my voice pretty well. With the new camera, the mic's right below the lens over here. They pick up what's going on in front, and they pick it up really well. You can hear the airplanes, you can hear the noise of the construction equipment, you can barely hear my voice. So, let me get that again. I took this thing out one time, I carried it with me. I could not believe the quality of, not only it could hear my voice, but it's such a hassle to hold something like this. It's probably gonna be even worse to hold this, but at least it's got the tripod mount. So, how do you turn this thing on? And I think, oh, come on, I just put my batteries in. Is the hold on? No, the hold's on over there. That looks like a power button. I'm gonna press it down. Okay, so we've got version, we got English. I'm assuming you press this button here. And you got your time date. I'm gonna set the time date. It says no card. I don't know if you need a card. I was putting in the date and then I messed up. So, what do we have here? PB, I don't know what that is, quick. Let's go, we got the mark. Mark is really kind of cool. When I'm riding my bike on the bike path and I approach people that are playing music and I can't have that on because it's going to mess up my YouTube videos, and so I have to do like cut, 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 and then I've got to go through a couple hours of a video and listen for me saying cut, 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 so I can blank out the audio. So the neat thing about something like this is you'd be able to press mark. So if you're going to be using like a GoPro as you're biking, maybe a lot of you aren't, but I do. If you're going to use a GoPro and you're going to have this, you could press this, and this would mark the audio, and so you'd be able to find the section that you needed to go in and edit out. Menu, okay, so that's what I need. Record settings. I'm not looking at the instructions. I'm just trying to figure this out on my own, because that's what the average guy would do. So format, what do we have? 16-bit wave. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the 16-bit wave and change it. Can I plus it? 24-bit wave, 32K wave, oh, at 32 MP3, which I like. 64K MP3, 96K MP3, does it go to 128? 128, impressive. 3192, no, that's way too much. 256K, unbelievable. 320, yikes, look at this thing. Okay, so that's when it stops. Let's put it, 128K is just a lot, but let's leave it at 128K. How do you lock this thing in? 128K, can I arrow back? Okay, so we're at 128K. I don't know if it's gonna, let's see if it gives me the option for sampling. 48K, 44.1K. Yeah, it was at 44.1K, I'll leave it at that. Stereo. I told you I talk a lot in my videos. Okay, so mono. Stereo, you know, if you're out there and you're dealing with a lot of noise, you might not want stereo, but for me, I wanted stereo. Size 2G. I don't know what the heck that means. Does that mean that it's got a, so it gives me 23 hours? Does that mean that it's got only 2 gigs of, it's got 2 gigs of, what the heck is this? 512 meg, I don't know what this means. But it was a 2G, so I'm gonna leave it at 2G. Are those the only options that I have? Mic power, I don't know what that means. I think that means that if you plug in an external, why did it just go dead? If you plug in an external mic that has power, then this, where would you do that? Line out? I don't, oh, here it is. That's the other jack, the mic in. So if you're plugging in a lavalier mic that provides power, then you probably don't want to have power going to there because it might blow it out. I've watched a ton of videos and they zip through this stuff so fast because they've looked at it beforehand. And I just like to make my videos like, oh, that's a low-cut filter. That would get out rumble, pre-record. I don't know what the heck that's for. Auto tone, I don't know what that's for. Tone seconds, I don't know what that's for. Tone volume, I don't know what that's for. Maybe that's the beep. Mode, what is the mode? Let's do up, new file, mark. Let me just keep the mode off. Level. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but I've been looking at a lot of videos and they don't really explain how you're supposed to set all this stuff. But I saw one video and they said, you always want to have your mic set to, this thing shuts off right away. You always want to have it set to -12 or -9 dB. I did not know that. I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't just set it so that it would work at 0 dB. But, so I guess you could, with -24. So if you've got a lot of noise, you probably have the ability to adjust. Can you go upper? -6, -12, -24. So it just gives negative. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at -12 dB for the test. And okay, so that's the menu. Let's get out of the menu. Play settings. Folders, repeat, jump back. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I don't really care because my main thing right now, I'm testing for let's go down. I'm testing for audio. Level mode, I don't know what that is. And so you're saying, what are you making the video for? I'm making it because I want to. Level mode. What was it on? It was on manual, so let me just leave it that way. Speakers. It's got a speaker in the back so that you can listen to your audio. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. You keep shutting off. Play. What is that? Play. Is that an equalizer? Treble, plus treble, minus treble, middle. I want it off. This is pretty impressive. Okay, so level align, I don't really care. I don't know what that is, but I don't care about that. So let's go back to the menu and let's see what else. Browse. I don't care about browse. Do we have anything else? USB. SD card reader. I don't know what that is. I don't know if this does this have an S? I don't know what that means. Audio IF. I don't know what that means either. Others. We're probably done. Others information. Information. No card. Hopefully I'm okay with that. Monitor mix. Input. I don't know what that means. Tuner. Calibrate, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think this got a tuner for music or something. 440. What the heck just happened? It turned upside down. Effect. I don't want to mess with the effects. And file name, date and time. That's where I messed up. 2020. Okay, so let's go. That's my question. How the heck do you go through this? That's what it is. It is 7. It's 5. Is this a 12-hour clock? 17. 49. I know you don't really care about watching this, but that's okay. As I said, thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, help me out. I'm a YouTube subscriber. I'm a YouTube creator, and we like to make long videos and put lots of ads on there. Okay, so that is done. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this just to show you that you should be able to figure this stuff out without knowing what the heck you're doing. Whew. Yikes. Quick, I don't know what quick means. I don't know what PB, what's this PB count? No card. And mark. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got everything set up. Are you kidding? I can't record without a card? Oh my gosh, let me find a card. towards me, but they really don't face towards you. They face out to the side, which I guess is okay. We're facing towards the side. I can't really see the display. Now, so the hold button is supposed to be so that you slide it and you can't mess anything up here. Oh wait, why did something happen? You're not supposed to be able to do it. Oh, it says hold is on. Okay, I was getting a little worried. I'm talking about higher than -12, but right now I'm pretty excited. I was thinking this memory card problem, I'm just going to box this thing up and get rid of it, but this might be something that I'm really going to like. I am not outside able to test this with the noise, which I would really like to do, but I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. This thing's got a speaker. I don't know how to make the speaker go on. You probably have to go into the menu to turn on the... Well, no, I don't think that you can listen to the speaker while you're recording it. You get massive feedback. So we do have the line out, and what I'm going to do now while I'm talking, so I'm going to put on some headphones while I hear an echo, because I have headphones on, and I'm going to plug this thing into here right now. And why don't I hear my audio? Why don't I hear my audio? Because I hear my voice. No, seriously, I don't hear the audio. Okay, so I hear it when I tap it. Let me put this up to my mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, the audio. Okay, so I'm listening. This is weird. I have this right up to my mouth right now, and the audio, this is probably about 3 inches from my mouth, and I'm listening to the sound in the headphones, and I sound like I'm on the radio. Hey guys and gals, that's right, it's Rockin' Ron, your daddy-o of the radio. I don't know if I hit the peak on that. Let's see. Okay, now we're starting to hit the peak. Whoa. I can't wait to test this out, to throw the audio on in the editor and see what's going to happen. Again, I'll be putting messages. It shows record over there. It shows I've been talking for 2 minutes and 21 seconds. It shows MP3 128K, 44.1K sample rate. It's got some really weird file name. 19, I don't know. It's got some weird name. I think in the option, it allowed you to set it up how you wanted to do the file names. But I'd love to go outside right now and test this out with some noise, but I'm not going to. I'm about arm's length away, kind of like talking really loud right now. Let me get these headphones off. I'm talking really loud, and that's normally what I would be doing if I was outside. I'd say, hey, check this out. Look at the bulldozer. The bulldozer's going by. And then maybe I'd put it over towards my hand, and I'd be talking in a normal voice saying, check out the bulldozer in the background. Look at the airplanes. Oh, my God, the airplane's taking off. It's a Delta. It's a Southwest. It's an Alaska. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to power this thing down, and I'm going to go pop this in the edit program, and I'm going to see how the audio is on this camera eye here compared to this thing, and I'll make my decision right then, because I like things that are really simple. You saw me, I was able to figure out the menu fairly well without going through this big instruction book. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff. You heard me, I didn't know what it was. I'll figure it out, or I'll read the manual. This door is really kind of flimsy, but once you got it closed, you're never going to use it again. I don't know why it wouldn't take the 64 gig memory card, but it took the 128 gigs, so we'll see what happens. USB, does it come with a cable? That's right, I remember people were saying it didn't come with a cable. They were really angry it didn't come with a cable, and it doesn't. What is that? I don't know if that's the older style. No, that's the newer style USB, not the older style. That's the micro. I think that's the mini. It's not the older one. So you should be able to have a cable like that. If you don't, go out and buy one. The whole thing, the cheapy tripod mount, the speaker, the mics that are going to be on. Oh, I was going to sneeze, but I'm not going to sneeze right now. And so the thing that's really making me excited is the peak meter. I believe you can adjust that. I don't know how you would adjust that. Let's turn this off right now. I turned off the hold. How would you adjust the peak? I think you can adjust the peak. It does it say, no, it doesn't say that it's on minus 12. So there's the volume. I don't know what the, I don't know what the volume is that I just changed. Probably for the headphones, so that's not, no, is that right? No, it's still, okay, so that has nothing to do with it. Let's get out of that. Input level 64, input level 64, input level, let's go to 36, all the default settings, and okay, so we're still a little over minus 12, peaking up a little bit to minus 6, and just look for the little comments that I'm going to leave. I'll put some text messages on the screen, or some text on the screen, and you'll know at the end if I'm keeping this or not, and you'll know what I think. You're also going to be able to hear it for yourself. If you like what you hear, or if you want to try this out on your own, just go out and buy it. Click on that Amazon affiliate link that I'll leave in the video description, and I don't have to say do the thumbs up, subscribe, like, and all that other stuff I said before. I'm going to press, okay, so that's record, so I'm going to press this button. It's going to shut it off right now. I'll make my decision right then, because I like things that are really simple. You saw me, I was able to figure out the menu fairly well without going through this big instruction book. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff. You heard me, I didn't know what it was. I'll figure it out, or I'll read the manual. This door is really kind of flimsy, but once you got it closed, you're never going to use it again. I don't know why it wouldn't take the 64 gig memory card, but it took the 128 gigs, so we'll see what happens. USB, does it come with a cable? That's right, I remember people were saying it didn't come with a cable. They were really angry it didn't come with a cable, and it doesn't. What is that? I don't know if that's the older style. No, that's the newer style USB, not the older style. That's the micro, I think that's the mini. It's not the older one. So you should be able to have a cable like that. If you don't, go out and buy one. The whole thing, the cheapy tripod mount, the speaker, the mics that are going to be on. Oh, I was going to sneeze, but I'm not going to sneeze right now. And so the thing that's really making me excited is the peak meter. I believe you can adjust that. I don't know how you would adjust that. Let's turn this off right now. I turned off the hold. How would you adjust the peak? I think you can adjust the peak. It does it say, no, it doesn't say that it's on minus 12. So there's the volume. I don't know what the, I don't know what the volume is that I just changed. Probably for the headphones, so that's not, no, is that right? No, it's still, okay, so that has nothing to do with it. Let's get out of that. Input level 64, input level 64, input level, let's go to 36, and look at it, dropped it way down. I want to go back into input level and raise that up to 64, and we're at 59, 63, 64, all the default settings, and okay, so we're still a little over minus 12, peaking up a little bit to minus 6, and just look for the little comments that I'm going to leave. I'll put some text messages on the screen, or some text on the screen, and you'll know at the end if I'm keeping this or not, and you'll know what I think. You're also going to be able to hear it for yourself. If you like what you hear, or if you want to try this out on your own, just go out and buy it. Click on that Amazon affiliate link that I'll leave in the video description, and I don't have to say do the thumbs up, subscribe, like, and all that other stuff I said before. I'm going to press, okay, so that's record, so I'm going to press this button. It's going to shut it off right now. What did it do? It shut it off. And that's the file name, and now it's time for the editor. Thanks for watching.